We highlight the story of a Nairobi estate that has deep connections to Uganda's political dynasty. Kaloleni estate was established in the 1940s. On Area Code tonight, Timothy Utene takes us down memory lane, exploring the rich past as contemporary challenges seek to rid it of its monumental history. Take a look.
When you drive through Kaloleni estate off Jogoo Road in Nairobi, you get a sense of a place where time possibly could have stood still. An old colonial vibe welcomes you to an estate that is 76 years old. Construction of Kaloleni began in 1942 at the height of the Second World War. It was at this time when Ethiopian soldiers were fighting off an Italian invasion into their country in the Battle of Abyssinia. British troops from Kenya would send African soldiers drawn from the King's African Rifle in Nairobi to that war. Ethiopians, with the help of Kenyan soldiers, won the battle. And their reward from the British government was what was then a modern housing project known as Kaloleni, meant for the Kenyan soldiers. 70-year-old Saleh Hamisi Nyamboka's father was one of the beneficiaries.
Kaloleni was like Runda those days. Perfect. In fact, it was the leading, there was no any other estate. Then it was only Kaloleni.
We take a walk with Saleh at a neighborhood he's known well for 7 decades. He tells me of an interesting tale when the Queen of England visited the area after the construction was completed.
Queen Elizabeth and her husband randomly popped in this house, that house, L1.
When was this?
That was in 1957. 1957. This is the house number L1. We were then school children. We lined up. The children were lined up here. So the Queen was greeting the children. So he randomly happened to enter this house.
Wow.
Belonging to Mzee Albert Mbuor.
Kitambo sana mbeleni hazikuwa na stima.
Joshua Omusula is familiar with that famous incident. He was among the children who lined up to greet the Queen. But he admits that the estate has changed drastically since then.
Ilikuwa safi kwa sababu ilikuwa ni wazungu. Na ukionekana ukivunja mswaki unashikwa, baba yako anapigwa fine 50 shillings. 50 shillings ilikuwa ni kama 5,000 shillings. Ukipatikana umeweka takataka nje unashikwa. Takataka tulikuwa kila mtu alikuwa anapewa pipa lake.
But all of that is now in the past. Kaloleni estate nowadays is characterized by terrible road networks within the estate, coupled with choking open sewers right next to residential houses.
We have time and again talked to the leaders, but we get only promises.
Because this is wanting. Look at
this
that.
Is very wanting, yeah, it is. Very wanting, very deplorable condition.
But where Kaloleni lacks in infrastructure, it gains in the long list of statesmen that once called this place home.
Mheshimiwa Jomo Kenyatta na Raila Odinga na Tom Mboya walikuwa wanakuja wamebebwa kwa Land Rover bila escort.
It's no doubt the rich history that Kaloleni estate indeed has to offer, and that rich history is epitomized here at the Kaloleni Social Hall. For it is here where Kenya's founding fathers and indeed Africa's leading leaders planned and strategized for the liberation of Africa from the clasp of colonialism. The structure, now just a shell of its former self, still stands, albeit run down from years of neglect. This famous picture of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta alongside Charles Rubier and Tom Mboya was taken in front of the now run-down Kaloleni Social Hall.
Former President, the late Milton Obote, used to stay here. This one was his house. B16, yes, B16. That was his house. Milton Obote.
These were his steps, doorsteps.
Doorsteps.
How was it growing up next to the former president of Uganda, Milton Obote?
It was very exciting.
That rich past is now vanity to the modern-day residents of the area who decry lack of employment as their main challenge.
Juu hata unasikia huku crime rate haiko, lakini sasa hivyo mali tunaelekea itabidi watu wameingia na si kupenda kwa vijana. Kazi tu, hiyo government kiangalia, hiyo agenda big four yao, wafikiri kazi kwa vijana.
But the social hall forever remains the pride and joy of the estate, for it was here that the late South African songbird Miriam Makeba performed Hapo Zamani when she was invited to grace Uhuru celebrations in 1963 alongside American Harry Belafonte. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.
Thank you, Timothy. Area Code comes to you every Monday night. Be sure to catch it here on KTN Prime. Now, Codin.